Hi, my name's Dr. Marc Reynolds, and I'm a voice teacher, performance coach, and stage director. Today we're going to be talking about Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper singing Shallow at the Oscars.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself.
So there's a few things to point out here. One, his voice has a rugged quality. Is that bad? Well, it's part of his style and what he's presenting here. A question I get a lot is what I'm doing bad or good? My first response is, well, does it hurt when you do it? Is it causing you fatigue? Is it painful? Is it uncomfortable? If the answer is, I feel comfortable and just fine, then I'm not going to be overly concerned about it. When I listen to this and imagine if I had to make this sound, what would it feel like? I would be feeling some tension, some stress. I'm hearing in there some glottal onsets. And by glottal onset, what I mean is he's starting with a buildup of air under the vocal folds that then explodes them open and gives this kind of sound. Usually we don't want our home bass or way we're singing to be overly pressurized and to have that glottal quality to it. Sometimes we use it for clarity of text. That doesn't seem to be the case here. That said, I enjoy his expression. It seems honest, like a real person just communicating, and that's really helpful. Their relationship back and forth that we're seeing here is really sweet. It keeps the attention focused where it needs to be. They're looking at each other. They're creating this ambience and this environment that sucks us in. It doesn't force us to watch it. It allows us to be a part of this moment that they are having together. And that's really fun to be a part of.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never leave the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We'll fall from the shallow now.
Okay, there's a few things I'm seeing here. First, when she was in the lower range, it seemed really easy, speech-like. His jaw was relaxed. She was just kind of talking into the microphone on pitch and letting it do its thing. It was nice. We had a nice, warm, rich sound. It was open here in the back, which gave us that warm sound. That soft palate was raised. She was placing the placement further back. We didn't have that forward buzz to it that gets it that thrilling, pingy sound. Instead, she kept it warmer, richer, and a little full until we got the high part where she placed it really forward and got it really buzzy. One of the question marks I have here as I'm watching is as she's finishing her phrase, you'll notice this little head nod jerk thing. That's a sign that there's tension going on here in the neck, especially in the back and in the side, potentially in the tongue and in the jaw. So I'm not seeing a lot of clenching and tightness here, which makes me think it's probably mostly in the back. That can be a result of something she's doing singing wise. It can also be that she's just tense and stressed because this is a huge performance. She might be fatigued or tired and trying to compensate some other ways. So I don't necessarily mean it as a negative commentary on her. I do mean that if we're videoing ourselves or we're watching something and we see this head bouncing around a little bit, especially at the beginning, ending of phrases, or as we're holding a long phrase or a high note, that's a sign that something's getting involved that shouldn't. If I had to guess, I would probably blame it on the tongue. My guess is that tongue, she started low and trying to keep that warm, rich tone, pulled back a bit. Then she started to sing a little heavier into that sound, so that as she went into that higher range, there's tension in her neck here that made it so she wasn't ready for that switch to be completely easy and comfortable. And it ends up sounding and looking a little bit forced and pushed.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
Okay, so one thing I want to point out here as we're singing is, yeah, are there things that I think we could do to make this easier? Definitely. Was it enjoyable to watch? Definitely. Did I enjoy hearing it? Yeah. There's a lot of variety in tone and in colors and what they're doing vocally that communicated a lot of emotion and story, and it was wonderful. Do I think it could have been more wonderful if we would have made that a little easier in the voice? Yes. From a performance standpoint, notice what's going on with their face. I was really impressed as I was watching with how relaxed and calm they were in their face. That's not just a matter of muscle memory. Part of it is that they're experienced performers, and so the stage isn't such a scary place anymore. Even more so, though, I think if we were to talk to them, it would probably be that when they're on stage and they're performing and singing this song, they're engaged in what they're talking about, what they're feeling, and really telling the story and living in this imaginary environment and world that they've created with the words of the song, the music, and what they're doing with their body. They're living there in their mind. By living in that imaginary world that this song requires, it frees the muscles up a lot. It frees the anxiety up. It's hard to feel anxiety when we're mentally in a moment that's relaxed or comfortable or non-stressed. Even if it's imaginary, and the reality is it's a high pressure situation. If we make that world rich enough so our imagination can live there and stay there, then that outside world disappears and the anxiety goes with it. Thank you for joining me. If you want a lesson, visit me at mrperformingartstudio.com. I'd love to see you online. Send me your comments, questions, what you like, what you don't, and what you want to see next time.